Hello everybody and a very warm welcome. Nice to see you. It's good to be here. It is Monday, isn't it? It's Monday. It feels like it should be Friday with everything that's been going on today, but it's been a busy old day. Our fourth and final show of the day. I tell you what, and I say this, and I would say this to his face if he was here, I love the guy to bits. But thank goodness he's not on this show. I am absolutely cream crackered, and if you haven't seen it yet, I've put it on my internet. I'll stick it on my Facebook a little bit later on. The start of the Craft House show. My goodness me, it was because we get a countdown in our ears to the start of the show, so we know to obviously be quiet and stop talking. They'll be professional. So it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you need to like clear your throat or do anything, you do it then, right? You do it then. Keith, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, he's worked in the industry for goodness knows how long. It's almost like he did it on purpose. But anyway, he's not here, he's gone. He's gone home. We've had a brilliant 3 hours with him, that's enough. He's back next Wednesday. But thankfully, we are here for Monday Makers with some brilliant deals for you. We have got the final chance for UK viewers to get their hands on Craftaganza. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on because that's coming this weekend. We've also got the absolutely brilliant Taking Flight Creator Card dies, which some of my personal favourite dies that we've ever done. And we've also got those brilliant tag days with the Stardust Celebrations paper pad. I didn't get to launch that, but I did have a sneaky peek of that last week, and it is, wow, up there in my top 10 paper pads of all time, probably top 5 actually. It's stunning. Now, as I say, that's all to come over the course of this next hour, and I am not alone. I mean, I tell you what, I love working with her on any day, and I'm always pleased to see her, but today, more than ever, I'm delighted to say that she's here, the one and only, someone who won't blow her nose after the count is hit 0. It's McGiggles herself, Debbie Fisher. What is he like, that Keith?
Honestly, you two have worn me out listening to you. What a show, I have to say. You both did today, though, because I was in the other studio prepping for shows that are coming up next week, and I was roaring. I just thought you two are brilliant together, so I hope you enjoyed it as well, but I was worn out listening.
I think he's naturally one of these people that wears him out. I still want, at some point, want to see a show with Sara and Keith together. Can you imagine? I think the world would blow up if those two ever did a show together. They wouldn't let each
other get a word in.
No, they wouldn't, would they? It's lovely to have you here. I know you were on earlier on, but we've got an exciting show lined up, haven't we? And we're going to squeeze in a few demos over the next hour.
I love a Monday Makers, and I think it's a really lovely show today because we've got the multimedia dies. Don't be put off by multimedia. If you just want to use them as a tag die, you can absolutely do that. But if you want to cut into mount board, which I'm going to do, and I'm also going to show you how you can make a bookmark, but make it longer as well. So yeah, and then yes, those flight dies are incredible. So I'm going to be using the Dragonfly one because I absolutely love it.
As per usual, we are live and interactive over the course of the next 55 minutes. So if you have got any questions for us, anything you want to fire our way, then we would love to hear from you. Even if there's just something you want to take a bit of a look at, again, if we can show you, we will show you. A few comments coming through. We have got Becky on the socials tonight. Already in is Love to Create LC, who says hi to Ben, Debbie, Becky, team, and everyone. Trudy Bickham joins us. Tracy says hi to Becky, Ben, Debbie, and all. Jane Adams says good morning from a super hot Las Vegas. We're hot today here. I tell you what, we must be 22, 23 degrees. It's lovely. Getting up to 27, 28 by the middle of the week. Karen Wild says hi, Ben, Debbie, and Becky. Hello. And Lorraine says I should get my Craftaganza box ready for the weekend. I'm getting excited. Yeah, this coming weekend. More on that to come later in the show. Sarah says good afternoon to crafty friends, Ben, Debbie, and CTV team. Missed you all this morning. It's lovely to have you here. Sister P4 says, I love your shirt, Ben. Very nice colours on you. I feel we are very bright and breezy today, aren't we? Very summery.
It's very hot today, isn't it? Although it's really breezy outside. I was quite shocked how windy it was.
Yeah, the wind has gotten up, but we are nice and cool. I don't know why I'm showing you, but I have shorts on today.
I never even noticed that.
Oh, did you not? No. So my legs are so hairy you thought I was wearing trousers.
No comment.
No comment, Mr. Bean. Right, this Tags, Dies and Paper Pad shows up a final deal. Can I ask a genuine question here, because I didn't check. Is this tariff free? It feels like it should be, yeah. because you get the shopping tote and you get your Centura Pearl in the bundle. These are the tags, though, that you're going to get. I almost want to show you the paper pad first because it is brilliant, but I'll show you these multimedia tag dies. And these are fantastic. You have got 6 within this set. Multimedia, of course, meaning that you can cut through various materials, whether it be things like your mount board, whether it be your fabric, whether you're going to be cutting through your paper and cardstock, of course you can. Largest die size here is about 4 by 6. Smallest one is just over 1 inch by 2 inches. And what's lovely about these is they're brilliant, aren't they, Debbie? Like as a decorative element, but super functional as well. If you just want to, I know it sounds silly, but super functional to use them just as tags on a gift.
Absolutely. And look at the size of them. I love this set because of the different sizes that you can have, and they're just going to be brilliant to use. And the best thing about them, if you just want them to cut through your normal cardstock, cut about 3 or 4 layers in one go, and then you've got a set of tags.
So you've got all of those within the set, first up. So super handy. Then, this is exceptional. My goodness me. It is called Stardust Celebrations. It is your 12 by 12 paper pad with 12 designs, 3 of each. It is astonishing. If it's a celebratory project you want to make, this is the pad that you're going to turn to. New Year's, absolutely. 4th of July, absolutely, Christmas time. But look at the papers. And I said this earlier, Debbie, I don't know if you feel the same. Every year we go to like a bonfire party or a fireworks party here in the UK. I always try and take pictures of fireworks. Yeah. They are the hardest thing to take pictures of, aren't they? You always get it like either just before it explodes or just after. Yeah. And we've captured in this pad, it's like New Year's Eve in a pad, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's
absolutely
incredible.
I love it. And do you know why I love it the most? Because I like the B side as much as the A side. I love that it's just a little bit more sparse, but still beautiful. Yeah,
I kind of feel, like on the reverse, maybe you sort of got the start of the firework display going on there, but certainly at the front, that's like right at the end, isn't it?
Where all the music really booms and all of a sudden the sky is all lit up. Yes, it is like that. Yes,
And everyone's like, this is like, ooh.
Yes, it is. And why do we do that?
I don't know, actually.
I do that. I go, ooh. You can hear everyone does it, don't they, with fireworks?
That is a really good point. I just did it because me mum and dad used to do it. So
yeah, I think me too. I think it's just what you bought. You just react to a firework, and they are the noises you make.
You can see with your own eyes. If I flip it around to show you, as Debbie was sort of explaining, the reverse is a little bit more sparse. It allows you to kind of create a little bit more, should you wish to do that. But it is honestly one of the most stunning, beautiful paper pads that we have ever done. For year round, for celebratory projects, absolutely. So you're going to get that within the bundle as well. 36 sheets, 12 designs, 3 sheets of each. And then to make it tariff-free for you, we have got your, that's the Christmas Red, isn't it? Christmas Red Centura Pearl, 10 sheets of that included within your bundle, 310 GSM. And the Craft Tote bag is included too. So you get that. You can never have too many of these, to be honest with you. You can obviously decorate that up if you want to. Handy to keep those in the back of the car as well for when you pop into the shops and getting your groceries. So you get that and the Centura Pearl. Makes it tariff-free. We had a tariff-free day today, haven't we? So you can't complain on that front. £40 or $48 is the platinum price and tariff-free. We have less than 150 of these now remaining. So first come, first served. But let's dive into this. A few quick more comments before we do. Paul Prince says, hi from South Carolina. Hello, Carol Garwood-Beard. And Alison says, hey, Ben and Debbie and the Crafty crew. I've been watching Sara on Hobby Maker for the last 3 hours. I need to lie down. And I'm sure Sara must do too. She was on Sewing Street as well. So she has done a full takeover. I bet she's not as tired as I am. She hasn't been hanging out with Keith for 3 hours. And Cindy said, made a fun batch of notebooks with the largest bookmark die. So fun to cut through mat board like butter, says Cindy. And that's the thing you've got, isn't it, with these dies, Debbie, is that they will cut through multiple different types of material very, very easily.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to show that through mount board in the demo. I'm just going to show some samples because the samples are fabulous. I love the fact that you can literally make your full card. I mean, look at that for a Happy New Year card. Great. I just think it's beautiful. Imagine how many you can make of those and send to all your friends. Going to be amazing. What about having some home decor? I love that. I think that's really cool. So lovely. Just creating a shaker element and having that as a hanger. Love this design as well. These, there's a lot. I'm seeing a lot of these cards about at the moment. Not quite quite
really
sure
cool.
what that's called, yeah, but it's really lovely, isn't it? I've been looking at them thinking, oh, I need to do, oh, look at that, that's cool, look at that.
It's like, it looks like a, well, it just looks like a firework, almost, like a rocket.
So the middle section is the piece that comes off, and then you cut another 2 sections the same to go underneath it. So yeah, I've been seeing a lot of designs like that, so I might have to look into that, maybe do a craft along with that one. But look at this, I love this paneling up using the, in fact you use the red Centura as well underneath there that you're getting with it. What about die cutting through the pads? I love that one as well. Happy 4th of July to our American friends.
Yeah.
Love this one as well. So if you've got nesting dies, anything that you put in them. And then I absolutely adore this one. Whoever's done the, oh, it's Marie. So Marie's done this. Can you see she's put glitter on, or glitter, she's put glue on the fireworks.
So clever.
And then she's put glitter over the top. Look how cool that is. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I will just show one more because I absolutely love this bag that's been made with one of our rosettes, which is our paper pleating.
Oh, the paper pleating,
yeah. The paper pleating. How beautiful is that? So loads of different ways that you can be creative with those. So let's have a look at, we're going to make a card, but we're going to use a tag, and then I'm going to make a bookmark as well.
Oh, okay.
Not a finished one. I just want to show you how you can make a gift with your card. So you get all the, I mean, you can see here, look how big these dies are when you've got them. Now, all our dies that are multimedia, which say here, are always a different colour to your regular dies. So you know which ones they are. And what makes them different is they're thicker. So these will not go through your Gemini MIDI. So you can't use them with your manual machines, but they will go through your Gemini Junior, your Gemini 2, your normal Gemini. So we're just going to be using them, cutting onto there. But I want to make a tag, and I'm going to put paper on the top as well.
Okay.
You don't have to, Ben, cut them separate. You can cut them together. So what I'm going to do to start off with is we are just going to use our tape pen to affix this to our mount board. So I'm just putting a few strips of tape, and I'm putting them sort of fairly close together, just so I know that when and I'm being a little bit wasteful with my mount board, but you'll be a bit more frugal.
Yeah.
And then position it where you want it to go. So if we want this big firework in here, let's have that just up the top there. And then I'm just going to take that one down. So let's pop that side there. Now, we do have a different platform to what you would have with your normal thin cutting dies.
Okay.
So with your thin cutting dies, you've got your cutting plate, which is what we're going to use. That will go onto there. And you would then put in your plastic shim and then your magnetic. That's the magnetic you don't want. So we're going to leave that one out. And we're going to pop our top plate on the top there and run that through. Now, the reason we take that one out is because of the thickness of the dies. So by removing the metallic magnetic shim, it allows that to cut through no problem whatsoever. Now, when you think of mixed media or multimedia, that could be anything, Ben. So you could have funky foam, you could have denim, you could do multiple layers of material. So if you're someone that wants to, say, make a tag for your bag and wants to cut it out of real leather, faux leather, these dies are going to do that for you. So let's take this one out. That's going to pop out, no problem whatsoever. And look at that. Mount board tag is so easy to actually die cut out, and look at the fireworks on there.
I'm not surprised, but I am slightly surprised just how easy that was.
I know, so easy. Yeah, so easy.
Because mount board's a thick material, isn't it?
It's a very, very thick material, yeah. So being able to cut something like that out, and then the small hole as well in there is incredible. So we're going to pop this one to the side, and then what I'm going to do is bring in my card to make. So what I've done here, I wanted to create, I've done a very basic card, but used the B side of the papers, because then I wanted this one to be more, this was the opposite side, and I just wanted it to be more fireworks on there.
Yeah.
So we've got this one here, and then I've also got just a couple of sentiments where I'm going to pop on the tag BU. And I just think that's a really nice one, and then I've got just for you to go on the front of our card. So we're making sort of a twofer here. So I've just done a 5 by 3/4 on my card blank, and then I've just cut this in slightly smaller to go on the front. And I'm just making sure, let's do it that way, because I just want to make sure that we're getting as many of the fireworks that you can see as possible. And then this one is exactly the same, but I've cut it slightly smaller. So this one, sorry, this one's slightly smaller, but I've cut this so it actually fits right inside here. But what I do want to do, and I forgot to check, we haven't got no foam. I'm going to look in the drawer. I want some foam on a roll.
Oh, I'll go and get you some if you want.
Oh, yes, please, if we've got some.
Foam on a roll. 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 Hey, it's in here somewhere. Oh, I found it. Did you want a big one or a small one, or a thick one or a thin one? Thick or thin?
And we're going
thick or thin?
The big one, please. The thin one. Thin, big.
Big, thin. Like me.
All these different sizes of foam on a roll. So all I'm going to do is loop it in. Is it yes, that's the one. That's the one.
All right, Johnny.
It's all gone.
Yeah, that way you just said.
What did he say? I didn't hear.
Well, I was asking him what's type, and I said big and thin. He said, and I said, oh, like me. And then he said, no, that'd be more like thick.
Oh, that's very rude.
But we were mates as well.
Very rude. Yes, I thought you were friends.
We are good pals,
That's
really.
exactly true. See, he wouldn't get away. It's Bants, yeah. He wouldn't get away with that with anybody else. Thank you, Ben.
Oh yeah, Johnny rang me. Not rang me. He sent me a message the other day.
Yeah.
I still don't know why actually. He said, because he sent me a message saying, "Can you send me a voice message of you doing your impression from Fireman Sam?"
Fireman
and
Sam.
And I didn't even ask him why. I just sent it. Just such a random message.
And what is it? I've never heard you do.
I do Dillis and Norman.
Oh, go on then,
you know
do it.
Dillis.
Yeah.
And then Norman Price.
Yeah, the little boy.
So yeah, so it's only like a one-liner. This probably means nothing to our US viewers. So, Norman Price. Oh, Mum.
That's brilliant. Why have I never heard you do that before?
So basically, Johnny told his wife that because it's on at the Hippodrome in town, and then Johnny's like, oh, Ben does an impression. So then he sent me a message going, oh, can you just send me a voice note of your Fireman Sam impression? And I didn't even question it. I did it. I was actually sat in my car at the KFC at Newton Aycliffe at the time, waiting to pick George up from
That's
work.
hilarious.
A few people looking at me going, why is he doing an impression of Dillis Price?
Could you imagine if George was sat in the car, his face seeing you?
He'd have walked home. There we go.
Right, so let's pop that down. So can we talk about what Johnny's just said?
Well, we talked about it on air the other day. So I said about going to applying for Britain's Got Talent next year, but doing like an A to Z of impressions.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably been done. I don't know.
No, it's not. I love people that do impressions. I think it's
I just need to. I'm about 7 or 8 short. That I need to sort of.
You need to do that to get Crafters Companion, Crafters TV on ITV, yeah. And then you could say that Sara's your boss.
Yes.
Yes. See, we can get Crafters TV on there, and you'll be allowed to mention it.
So here's the story. So I've been around in the world of kind of like entertainment for all these years. I've always done like commercial radio, and I've done like shopping TV, but I've never made the big time. And my boss Sara, like she's in the big time now, and I just want to be where she is, like in the big time. So this is my last chance. It could be my last chance, couldn't it? Yeah. So yes. I'm getting on a little bit now. I'm heading towards. So this is my last chance. Who's on the X Factor now?
We love a sob story.
Yeah. Who is it? Simon Cowell, isn't it?
We can even arrange for Sara to be in the audience.
Yeah, can you imagine?
And she could act shocked that you're on the show.
Yes, because she's just there watching anyway.
And then they would go and interview her and say, did you know that Ben from Crafters TV was going to be on the channel?
Yeah, and then she didn't know, and then she gets all emotional, runs down the aisle, and hits the golden buzzer.
And hits the golden buzzer, of course. And then you're just getting the final.
That would be TV, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be TV. I would watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's make it so.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How do I apply?
It's true, though. I love that idea, though. Genuinely, I love people that do impressions, and I love your impersonations. I'm very jealous because I like doing voices myself. So I'm not too bad at making different voices. I'm just not very good at copying people.
See, one of my best impressions is this would mean nothing to anybody. My friend Gary, who lives in Buckinghamshire, I'll do the best impression of him. In fact, I play cricket with him. No, I won't do that on the stage.
You've told me that before, yeah. Actually, that would be funny because you could put that in your act.
And then
you could just on G. Oh yeah. You could say no one's going to know who Gary is, but I've got to do Gary. I mean, he's a G.
I love that.
Yes.
Little curveball.
Yes.
Because I've rang up my friends before pretending to be Gary, and they've actually thought it was Gary.
Oh, that's brilliant. So do Gary
idea,
then.
Debbie. Huh?
Do Gary.
Then Gary could be in the audience.
Gary sort of talks a bit like this. He's got a funny voice, you know. Sort of talks a bit like this, and he's got this thing in his voice when he's laughing. That's how he talks. He does.
And then you do the impression of him and he goes,
I don't sound like that.
you do, that's exactly how you sound. He's probably watching right now.
That's hilarious. Right, now,
right.
Ben, now I've finished my card while we've been chatting. We definitely got to do it. You need to do the tape. So you've now got a tag in your card, which now you can give as a gift. So that's your card. But I want to also show you how you can do a bookmark.
Oh, yeah?
Because bookmarks are longer. So what I'm going to do is place this, and in fact, I am going to cut my mount board. So we don't need all of that, so let's just cut that and use that for the next time. You can make a couple out of here of bookmarks, so let's pop that to the top like so. And then I'm just going to tape it down so it doesn't shift in the machine. Now what you need to do with this one is we're going to bring in our plate. So again, we don't need our magnetic shim because it's a multimedia die. What we want to do is pop this so the end is coming off of the Gemini. So we're going to just place that like so, and just make sure that's straight, and I'm going to just pop another piece of tape because that seems to be shifting. So I'm going to do that down like so. So by doing that and coming off the end there, like so, we're then going to just cut onto there. So can you see the end is on the bottom, so you can't see, the die isn't right on the end. And then when we offer that into the mouth of the machine, that will die cut down to that part, but it won't cut across the bottom because that's where it then tends to, then you can decide what length you want it. So we're going to take that die out. So let's just remove all of that one, like so. And that's going to cut beautifully. And then what I'm going to do is just bring in my guillotine. Now, I wouldn't say to do loads of cuts with your guillotine, but your guillotine will cut your mount board.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is just cut up to that piece. I don't want that to, there we go. And I'm just going to cut onto here as well, like so. So can you see we've got our tag, that bit's cut out there. And then I'm just going to place it in our guillotine, down the centre there. And I can see exactly where that's cut. So as you bring that down, we're going to just cut there. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side.
Oh, this is brilliant.
So just like that. That's going to come down, cut that one. And then we'll just cut that end piece off. And you can make that as long or as thick as you want that to be.
You can use some of your tassels, couldn't you, in the thing at the top?
You what, sorry?
You could, if you've got any of those tassels from our collections, you could use as well as the ribbon in the top of the bookmark.
Oh yes, I love that, absolutely. And then we're just going to thread some ribbon into this one.
Yeah.
And this is a really lovely idea. So if you want to personalise it to make a present for somebody, got a little bow there as well. So let's just stick our bow on. That's just going to go right. Hang on, just get my glue working. There we go. A little bit of glue across the top. Stick that one into place. So you can personalise that one, and then if we pop that in, you've now got your tag in there, and you've got a bookmark, which is a completely different size, but it's just a really nice gift to give to someone. And there we go.
Such a brilliant project, and the fact that you've got the little gifts in there as well as the card, I think is just immense. It shows you what you can do and what these dies afford you to do. I'll take you through the bundle again in just a second. A few comments coming through. Hi to Pat. It's Pat's birthday today, Debbie.
Hi Pat, happy birthday.
Says happy birthday. She doesn't say happy birthday at all. Just read what it says, Ben. It's really simple. She says, hello again, Ben. Super Callie, CTV, all my lovely crafty friends from Drizzly, New Jersey. Cindy Conley says, yay, go, foam on a roll. Yeah, we haven't sang that in ages, have we? Hi to Trish Lestelle. Hi, Trish. Hi, Ben, Debbie, the amazing CTV, and all my crafty friends. Stephen Nicole is with us. Alison Mason says, I loved Fireman Sam. It's a great, great show. And Lorraine says, let us know when you're on, Ben. Love watching BGT. I've not even applied yet, so probably never. But you never know. That would be fantastic to watch, says Trudy, and go Ben, says Jane. Great idea, says Carol. I'll be trying this. Love the bookmarks. Trish Lestelle says, what a beautiful card, and love the bookmark. And Jen Shank says, beautiful card, Debbie. Just to remind you again what you'll get in this bundle, and it's tariff-free. I love today so much because I feel like everybody is included, which is great. So you're going to get all those tags in there, the 6 different sizes, multimedia dies as well. Look at the largest one. It's absolutely huge. Just to reiterate and remind you, that is 4x6. In size, so it's a really sizable die, and as we've seen and as we've talked about, yes, cutting through mountain board, no problem. Cut through fabric, absolutely no problem. All sorts of different materials. It's such a lovely set, and whether you are using these as kind of functional dies or whether you're going to be creating little gifts out of them, use them to decorate your projects, they're absolutely brilliant. Now, alongside all of the dies, you get your fantastic paper, and this is really super. If you decide here in the UK that you want to add more of these into your basket, you can. Obviously, if you buy these individually in the US, that isn't tariff free. Get it in the bundle, it is. And look at it. I mean, it is just an absolutely incredible paper pad. It's full of these stunning fireworks for all sorts of celebrations. Like we said, it could be a birthday, it could be the 4th of July, it could be bonfire night here in the UK, it could be Christmas time, New Year's Eve, you name it. I mean, when can't you have fireworks these days? And it's all about that kind of big crescendo on the A side, you know, that final sort of moment of the firework display with all the big fireworks going off. And then if you do want something a little bit more stripped back, just use the B side, because you'll see for yourself you've got a little bit more sort of room for manoeuvre there to be able to stamp onto that, do some of your mixed media elements with that, get some of your stencils out, whatever you wish really, but you've got plenty of opportunity to do that on the B side of your pad. So those are sort of the 2 new elements that you're paying for. Then we make it into a tariff-free deal by popping in just a few little extras. Cardstock, always handy to have. That is your Centura Pearl in the beautiful Christmas red. I would just ignore the word Christmas. Yes, you will be using that in your Christmas makes. Well, I suppose a lot of people will be making Christmas cards very soon, won't they? Christmas in July. But use it all year round. 10 sheets, 310 GSM. Brilliant to construct with, brilliant to score, brilliant to die cut. You know the actual gist of Centura Pearl. And then we are also throwing into the mix one of our amazing craft tote bags, and it's always handy to have more than one of these, whether you want to kind of decorate that up or if you just want to use it as a functional tote, have in the back of the car to carry your groceries around in, just a really handy bag to have. The fact it says craft tote and it's got the Crafter's Companion logo on it makes it even more marvellous. This should be £53.96, £71.88 if you are a platinum member, £40 or 140, that was expensive, £40 or 48 bucks. There is 120 of these remaining, and then that will be that, with it being your final deal. And just to reiterate again, tariff-free, folks. It is tariff-free, so shop without any worry of those pesky tariffs. Thank you, Jane. Hey, Ben, what do you get when you cross a fish with an elephant? Swimming trunks. That's a good one, that. And Pat says, I love the tip about being able to extend your paper size. Thank you to Debbie. Keep the comments coming through. I must remind you, and you will know by now, that it is coming. It's this weekend. Craftaganza is your must-watch weekend, isn't it? It's going to be such a brilliant weekend this weekend with Sara and with Leann. So it's this Saturday and Sunday. I know a lot of you already have this. What I will say off the bat here is that our US viewers, if you haven't got it, it is a bit too late. Although, stop laughing, I know what you're laughing about. You could potentially, if you shop for this today, it's not going to arrive in time for the live event in the US. However, if you perhaps weren't available this weekend anyway, but you still want to take the 10 classes, which you're going to find out with Sara, you will get the QR code, which is just the other side of this lid, so you can get the goodies, and then after the event, go back and watch it. So there is that point. If you're not too worried about the live element of things, then feel free to order, but it's not going to get to the US in time for Saturday. If you're in the UK, this is your price, and we will get this to you before the weekend, so you can join in. There are 10 live classes, if you like, varying in length, as you'll find out from Sara here, from about half an hour to, I think she says the longest one's about 90 minutes. Everything you need inside the box. Sara will take you through in this short little video all of the classes, and it's going to be an event. It's going to be a big event. There's going to be drinks, there's going to be snacks. I mean, you have to obviously supply those yourself. I still think they're talking about doing like a pajama party on the Saturday night, but the thing is, again, just to reiterate for our US viewers, it is tariff free. So it is $135.99 platinum price, $159.99 if you're in the US, and this is the event of the year. If you suffer from FOMO, you may as well jump in and grab it. As I say, even if you can't make this weekend, because then you've got all the kit in here to then take the classes after, and you know, you don't want to be that person that wasn't there when everyone else is talking about it and you don't know what happened. Just putting it out there. Anyway, it's making your mind up time, as Bucks Fizz would say, and this is what happened when we launched this just a few weeks ago. It's me and Sara, mainly Sara. I just stand there and try and look pretty.
So, Craftaganza, if you have not heard of this before, we have been running Craftaganzas for 15 years. The very, very first one was 15 years ago. And the idea was, it is all of the classes so that you can learn everything you need about crafting. Have a little look at this video, okay? Because this can be you. The idea is we bring the crafting to you. So whether you're doing it on your own, whether you're doing it with friends, whether you're doing it with like your sister or your niece or your grandson or whatever it is, we are going to walk you step by step through 10 classes. Now there will be thousands of people from all over the world joining these classes live. So they happen on the 21st and 22nd of June from around noon in UK time, running through till 8-9 o'clock on the evening, both days. So it means we can touch all different time zones. Now, what you are getting, okay, the whole idea is you get everything you need. I'm working on the assumption that you already have a die cutting machine and some basic tools, right? And glue and things like that, right? Everything you need specific to this is that core kit that you just saw. Now your core kit are your core alcohol pens, your core watercolour pens, you've got your finesse waterproofing pad, your finesse alcohol proofing pad, you've got your duetting pads to do the blending, you've got your Harmony water reactiving pads, you've got a set of 3 of your glitter pastes in there, you've got some things like the ribbon and the sequins that we're going to use in multiple classes. That there is that core kit. Your core kit is worth about £70, $80. That is coming absolutely free, okay? Then on top of that, for every class that we do, you're going to get your own little class kit. So for example, class number 1. Class number 1 is this one here. So to do this, you can see we're going to use our watercolour pens. We're going to use that beautiful blue duet ink pad to do all of the blending around there. But actually, it's a specific design, a specific cutout. So what we do is we open the box and we bring out class number 1, right? Now, everything you need for class number 1 is either in the core kit or it's in here. Now, to put this value into perspective, right? That die set alone is like a £20 die set.
Absolutely.
Right? The embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder. That's like another $6.99, $7.99 embossing folder, right? You then get the special watercolour card. You'll get the best results when you use the best paper. You've got the watercolour card. You've got the base card that we need. So a lot of people saying, do I need cards and envelopes to get that? No, we send you the base card. We're going to send you the card for the mats and layers, but everything for class 1 is inside folder number 1. So when we all do class 1, there's even a little stamp in there in the background for you to do. So you see this is stamped with love, even included the little stamp. And of course your ink pad to stamp that is in your core kit. Now that is the same for every single class. So we're going to start on the Saturday. That is going to be the first class. Then, and Leann teaches that, by the way.
Okay, this is you then, the next one, isn't it?
Then I'm doing the next one, right? So now we're going to go from colouring one extreme to shape card bases, totally different effect. Now what I love about this is I'm going to teach you how to do this card, but if you wanted to personalise it with your own photograph, I'm going to show you how you could adapt it and make it into an easel card if you wanted. So we're going to learn all the shaped card technique tuition, but then also we're all going to complete the card. So in that shape, so everything you need to do this one, have a little look at this. You've got the actual template, you've got the dies that you need, you've got the stamps that you need, you've got the different shades of grey and the cardstock, everything's being colour matched, we've got everything ready for you, the base card, it's all included. Now, after we've done card number 2, I'm staying up because I do number 3.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, number 3 is epic, right? You know, for those of you that know me, know that I love a little bit of flower forming, right? So what I'm going to do is, to do the flower forming, so many people say, I've never done flower forming before, right? You get the flower forming foam, you get the stamens, you get the papers, you're going to get the dies to do that beautiful lace effect, you're going to get the patterned papers, you're going to get the coloured papers for the matting and layering, and we're all going to sit together, we're all going to master flower forming. Matter if you've never done it before. Doesn't matter if you've never crafted before. You're still going to learn this technique. I keep talking about my mum and my mother-in-law. They're brilliant to do that. They wouldn't have the confidence because they're not even newbies. They don't craft. They wouldn't have the confidence to sit down and do this. But if they were sitting with me, all I would do is get this kit out and you would be doing it together. So this is what I love about this is if you've got maybe it's a crafter and a non-crafter working together, and I'm not, Debbie's obviously quite an advanced crafter.
Absolutely,
Victoria is a very beginner, right? But you can sit and do this together. You're going to watch the tutorials, craft along together, but then the crafter can help the non-crafter get going at this. I don't want you to think this is just for people who are advanced. This is just as good for people who've never done it before. If you are a complete beginner, I would definitely recommend you doing it with a crafter. And also you need like the die cutting machine and the core tools. But if you're a relative beginner and you've got some of that kit, this is for you, right? So flower forming's number 3.
Number 3, yep.
Then, I'm going to move
this back to Chivs.
This is one of my favourites, this is back to Chivs. Watercolouring. Now, watercolouring, when you do a raised outline emboss, so this is actually an embossing folder that we're going to do watercolouring. You're going to learn how to get the light bouncing off those. We're going to learn how to build up all those bits, right? So that is number 4. And then we're going to wrap up Friday.
I love this one. Paper piecing.
Right? Wrap up Saturday, sorry. We're going to wrap up Saturday with a paper piecing.
Look at that.
Now, what I like is, by the time we get to Saturday night, so we're talking UK time, we're talking like 8 o'clock now, we've decided we're going to put our PJs on. We're going to have a bit of a PJ party going on. I think it's time to get the glass of wine, maybe, or I'm bringing my velvetizer so that we can have hot chocolates with Baileys in there as well. And this is what I want you to understand. It's relaxed.
Yeah.
It's not like being at school where it's like, come on to the next class, come on. It's going to be relaxed. The whole point is I want you to have a wonderful weekend. I want you to go away saying, this was the best weekend you ever had. You've made friends for life. You've learned so many new things. You've made these cards. You absolutely love it. You know that is the purpose. I will be happy. I'll have done my job if you all go away going, I had the most fun. Right?
Who's doing the paper piecing class?
Me.
Oh, nice one.
I can't trust Chivs not to drink too much to be able to...
It'd be all over the place,
with
wouldn't
their glasses, she'll be like this, trying to stick them all in place, right?
So we've done Saturday.
Saturday night, but you can't drink too much because I need it fresh as a daisy. Sunday morning, we are doing this. I mean, duetting.
What a way.
Now, I'll be really honest, this is above my level of expertise, right? So this is probably the most advanced card that we do. And this is all about learning to take them skills to their next level. Now, a lot of you might just sit and watch this class and think I might try it later. I'm actually going to encourage you all to sit with me, like I'm going to, and learn how to do it and have a go. Even if you don't finish the class, you're going to be then having a go. But there will be time. All those that want to finish the class will have time for you to finish the class. Then Leann's going to stay on because she's going from duetting blending onto stamping and masking, right? Now, I love a bit of stamping and masking, but what I'm in love with about this card is the way the light bounces off the flower.
Yeah.
So it's about learning those really advanced techniques and getting the light bouncing off. That is all going to be covered in that class. So Sunday morning, those of you in the US, or Sunday early afternoon for us in the UK, is going to be phenomenal.
Amazing.
Now, after you've done them two, you'll be ready for a little bit of a wind down.
Oh, yes.
So
Just
I'm coming back up.
Oh,
so this is now me. I mean, I'll be ready for a bit of a wind down after I've done them two classes with Leann, right? We're doing decoupage. So I'm going to teach you how to do dome cards, 3-dimensional dome cards. You're going to get that beautiful kind of centerpiece. We're going to put all this together, and all of the decoupage is already pre-die cut. Then we're going, we're literally going from one end of the crafting spectrum to another. All card making, but all totally different cards. We're going from watercolouring there to paper piecing, to masking, to dome cards. Shaker cards are coming next. Ben loves a good shaker.
Love a shaker.
And what I want to do is when I teach this class, because it's another one of mine, I'm not just going to teach you the shaker, I'm going to teach you that beautiful background technique in there. And we're going to do a few different versions so that you can see how you can adapt it and take it different ways. And then wrapping up the whole weekend, you'll all be crying into your spritzes by this point because it's going to be finished. We're all going to do glitter paste. Now, some of you might have tried glitter paste before, but have you tried ombre glitter paste? Have you tried layering up all the different colours and building that up? That is what we're going to teach. That is what we're going to learn. Now, in this kit, you're getting the stencils. You're getting the dies to do the background pieces. You get that lovely black card. You get even the love die is included in that set. You get the spatula for that perfect application. And what I want you to understand is this is for everyone, irrespective of your level of ability. Now, I just want to touch on the pricing a little bit.
Yes.
Because a lot of people say, well, how can you afford to do all of this for this much, right? As a business, as a company, we don't do this as like a profit-making thing. We do this as a community builder, as a way of getting thousands of people all across the world to engage with our products, to use them, to fall in love with them even more. So that price that you see on your screen there, that is reflective of basically the bare minimum just to cover all of our costs in delivering these classes. classes. Now, if you are in the US, there is no tariff to pay on this because you are buying the experience. The product is like the minority part that comes included. The experience is all delivered here from the UK. If you're buying in the UK, great news. You can spread that cost on 4 easy, flexible payments using our pay setup. So I've tried to make it so that it's accessible, so there's no reason why every one of you out there can't come and be an amazing part of our community. 2 days on the 21st and 22nd of June.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you got all of the information that you needed right there for Craftaganza. As I say, if you're in the UK, no problemo, we'll get that to you ahead of the weekend. If you're not in the UK and you still want to take part, you're not going to get it by the weekend, but as you said, you can still do the classes afterwards. So it's entirely up to you. Ball's in your court. We would love to have you taking part in this must-do event, but it's entirely up to you. $135.99 is your platinum price, $159.99, and it is tariff-free. So excited for the weekend, says Karen Bernhardt. Everything is ready. Have you all got snacks and stuff ready and drinky poos and stuff like that? What would be your drinky poos? Why did I say that? What would be your go-to snack on a weekend like that? If you're crafty, what are you snacking on?
Because I've been really good with my snacks lately. They're probably still not that good, but they're better than the normal snacks. I really like these they're like Popworks. They're like triangles.
The
It tastes like popcorn.
Yes.
But they're sweet and salty.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so
crisps.
good. They're crisps.
Yes.
Yeah. But they're really good. You know, so that's what I would.
They're like oven baked rather than fried, aren't they?
Yes, they are definitely. And I mean, a small bag is like about 73 calories, so they're like really small. But at the moment they're selling the big bags, and then once you open them, you just eat them all. So I'm not even going to look to see what the whole bag is. But yeah, they're my favourite at the moment. And we tried a new one at the weekend, which was again the sort of lower fat ones, which are prawn cocktail flavour. So even though I don't like prawns, I love prawn cocktail flavour crisps.
Because they don't taste like prawns, do they, prawn cocktails?
I don't know, I don't really like prawns.
They don't. I can
No,
say
they
from a
don't.
guy who loves prawns, I'm not massively fussed about prawn cocktail I eat, but they don't really taste the same, do they? It's a bit of a different thing.
That's probably why I like them.
Yeah, well, exactly right. But if you're taking part, get your snacks ready, get your drinks at the ready. It's going to be a brilliant weekend. We've got about another 15 minutes or so on the show. So let's show you the Taking Flight Creator Card Duo. I mean, these are brilliant. I remember when we launched them, there was we've got 2 of the 4. There were 4 originally, and they are just so big, so bold, so detailed. And if you haven't yet got these in your crafty armoury, pick them up tonight for an absolute steal. Obviously not tariff-free for our US friends, these, but if you're in the UK, it'll be the best £8 you spend today for what should be 34 quid. So that makes these, what, these are $17.99, are they, individually? No, $16.99. You're getting both of them for 8 quid. They are huge. They're 5x7, aren't they, in size? Look at them.
Really big.
My goodness me, this is the Lady Butterfly. So much detail, so much design, and you've got all of that, whether you're going to cut it straight into your card and then decide, you know, maybe to make a shaker out of it, maybe you want to back it onto some acetate, colour it, paper piece it, get your illusion film out, so many possibilities. You've got that outer die there as well, so if you do want to cut it out as a panel, then you can. Butterflies, always brilliant in craft. Dragonflies equally. I mean, this one, the only bad thing about this one is the name, Dainty Dragonfly. I mean, that is as big and bold of a dragonfly I think I've ever seen. There's nothing dainty about that. It's big, bold, in your face, illusion film time right here as well. 2 absolutely stunning dies. I urge you, if you haven't got these in your crafty armoury, grab them, because again, like Debbie, creator cards, I suppose I do sometimes take them for granted, but one pass through, you've got the whole sort of basis of your card done and dusted, haven't you?
I know, they're magnificent is the word for these, because they're truly beautiful. I can't believe we've still got any left.
No.
And to get them for £4 each.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bonkers.
It's cray-cray.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got a finished sample there.
Yeah, let's look at some samples. I've only got a few, but they are absolutely stunning. So this is your butterfly one. How fabulous is that? So if you want to just use it for a topper, I love the fact that you can cut it out completely because you've got that outside cutting frame. But if you want to cut it completely inside your card, you can absolutely do that as well. And they're just going to look beautiful. And this one has been coloured underneath and just used on the front of the card. I love that. I think that looks absolutely amazing. And you're right, Ben, a create a card does exactly that. It creates the card with real ease. Now I'm going to create quite a simple effect, and then we're going to make it a little bit more difficult because I thought it would be good to show you how you can do one style of card and cutting it out and then do another one. So I'm actually just using a piece of cardstock. Now my cardstock is 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm only going to use the inside cutting die. So we're going to place that right in the centre. Now what I have done is I've die cut a frame. So I've got a piece of cardstock here. This one I got from the from my honeysuckle collection. And if you die cut into your piece of card here, that will create an actual frame for you, which will create this piece here. So I've already created my frame, which I'm going to put round my piece of cardstock. I do that first because then that way we can line up our die to exactly where we want it to be inside the actual frame. Now I've already done that, so I'm going to show you this because I know we don't have too long. So I've die cut that out. I will show it die cut out as well. But what this one does, it die cuts it out there, so then we've got our panel to pop on the inside, like so. And looks absolutely stunning. And we're not going to do any more to this, Ben, because I want to keep it simple and show our beginner crafters as well how simple it is just to die cut into there. But what I do want to do, I want to make that into an easel card. So I'm going to bring in my easel card, which is this one here. This is the same size, so 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. But what I want this to do is to move this up like this, so when this is stuck into place, it will go like so. But I've got this big ridge here. So what I want to do is mirror my die cut in the bottom piece. So always die cut the first one out, because this is the one that you can place then over the top and you'll be able to see your die exactly where it is. So we're going to take our die and we're going to now move this underneath, and that's going to go in the position where our die cut has been cut out, like so. So it's really quite easy, just got to wiggle it into place. You'll have the same amount all the way round, so I can see that's a little bit more onto this side. We're just going to move that up very slightly. I'm not moving, I'm making sure that this card stays in place. Can you see, like, there's less silver here than what there is here? So we're just going to move that over a little bit. And this one, once I get to there, the good thing about this, can you see all the little dots? There's a dot in every single piece. And there's also dots on each side. And then the important ones are the dots in those tiny little centres. That means I've got that exactly where it needs to be. So I'm just going to take my low tack tape, and then we're just going to remove that top piece. Oh, I've just, in fact, let me just place that on there, make sure we get that back again. I've just knocked it as I was moving it. And then we're just going to place that straight back down there and then tape that down. So let's put the tape down before I remove it, and another piece onto here as well. There we go. And just to make sure it doesn't move, we're going to just put another piece here. So I'm putting it into the pieces that are going to be cut out, and then that way it doesn't matter if the card sticks to that at all. Now, because of this card, Ben, oh actually no, you could put it through. We could put it through on our Gemini Junior plates.
So it will go in the MIDI as well then?
It would go in the MIDI, absolutely, because we can put it through like this.
Yes.
So I'm going to just put it right to the edge, so that way when the crease is there, it won't crease again. The crease will be on that point there. And then let's put our plates over the top, and then we can run that through. And if you need to do it a couple of times, because it is a really big die and it's a very intricate die, my biggest tip with something like this is normally to put it through without one of the shims and then re-put it through with the shim. That way it embeds itself into the cardstock and stops it warping a little bit. But that should be absolutely fine. Yep, so that's cut out beautifully. Let's take those pieces off. And then we're just going to very gently take these pieces away. So it will just come out. There we go, like that. Look at that. No problem whatsoever.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the nicest thing is that you can do as much or as little as you want with these.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, you can really go to town with them or leave them quite stripped back, because even stripped back, I mean, look at that. I mean, the level of detail is just incredible. Rose has just messaged to say she's ready for the weekend. She says, oh, I have all my snacks and all my drinks ready. Have a great time, Rose. And Karen says, hi, Debbie, all sorted for Saturday. The man cave is all hoovered and dusted, ready for Philip and me. We'll shop for nibbles on Saturday morning. You'll remember Karen, I'm sure, and Philip from the pop-up shop. Karen's taking over Philip's man cave for the Craftaganza, Debbie.
Oh, well, I'm very jealous, but I will be having a nice day myself because obviously it's summer solstice on Saturday.
And it's your birthday.
And it is my birthday, yes.
What are you doing? Do you know, or is it a surprise?
So, no, it's not a surprise because I've asked that we go and do it. So all my family are coming.
Aww.
And we're just going for afternoon tea.
Celebrating your 40th. With afternoon tea. That's what I want to do when I reach 40.
What, go for afternoon tea?
Yeah.
I love afternoon tea.
Are you doing like finger sandwiches?
Yes, yeah, doing the full works.
Oh, yes.
And my granddaughters are looking forward to it as well because they've never done an afternoon tea because it's normally for the adults. But
are you
the
getting
place
dressed
we're
up?
going to do children's versions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they have it all on and yeah, it's Hattie's tea room.
Are you getting your glad rags on?
I don't know really.
Should
and then
do.
I think we're just going to go to the local pub and have cocktails.
Oh, I
and then
love
we're
that.
going to go home and we're going to make cocktails at home and have a board game night. So that is my ideal day. So that's what I want to do.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I want to do.
What's that, Johnny? Oh, Johnny's saying, won't you be a bit tipsy for the board games if you've had cocktails, then made cocktails, then tried to play board games?
Probably. Now look at this, Ben. Exactly the same.
Perfect.
So it works absolutely perfect. So just make sure you do the first one. Although we haven't been playing a lot of board games, we have been playing Skulking a lot.
Skulky?
Skulking. It's our new favourite game and it's really addictive, but it's brilliant. It's a card game. And it's so good. It's like really, really, really good.
Not heard of that.
Yeah, it's called Skull. You need to get it. It's.
Is it a game
really
you play
good.
with a normal set of cards, or is it an actual?
No.
Oh.
You've got a set of cards, and the cards are coloured and numbered. So you'll have like the green set, and they're all sort of ship inspired or ocean inspired, like the pictures. And then you have the pirates. And the pirates win a round, but the Skull King beats the pirates.
Oh.
So yeah, and basically you have to all put your fists on the table at the beginning. Everyone gets just one card, and you go yo ho, and on the ho you have to put how many bids you're going to say. So on the first round you can only make one bid because you've only got one round.
Yeah.
So whoever's got that highest card, so you might have a pirate, but someone else might have a higher pirate. So, and you have to make a bid, and you get 10 points for each bid, but you lose 10 points. So we always say you're on the ship or you're off the ship because you can sink. It's really good. And then you do up to 10 rounds and then you get 10 cards.
Ah.
But if you say no, so say you've got 10 cards and you decide to go all in and go, I'm going to go no rounds, I'm going to win. That's 100 points you can win. But if you lose 100 points.
Oh,
even
wow.
one.
High
Yeah.
stakes.
It's really good.
On the high
very
seas.
good. Yeah, very, very good game.
Skulking.
Right, I'm just making sure we've got the right one here. I think I've got two lots going on here, so I'm going to bring this one back in. This is the one that we've just done. So pops that on, because all I want that to do is to be on the bottom. Is that true? Blimey.
4 minutes.
Oh, look, I'm talking away and the time's going really quickly. So let's just pop that on. But yes, so anyone that wants to play Skulking, that's the game you absolutely need to play.
We're back playing video games in a minute because my George, who's got his job at KFC, saved up and bought the new Nintendo Switch.
Oh, very nice.
So we've been playing that online. I've allowed him to plug it into the downstairs TV for a bit. You have 24 different racers at the same time now on it. It's absolutely 24
That's
cars
crazy.
at the same time.
Wow.
Mario Kart, yeah, sorry, I didn't even say Mario Kart, yeah. Mario Kart World or something it's called now. Bonkers.
That is bonkers. Bonkers.
Bankers.
Right, so once I've put that on there, I'm going to just take that off and we're going to burnish that down to make sure that that's fully stuck onto there. And then that way, when we fold our card now, we haven't got that sort of ugly piece of card underneath. We've got a see-through piece. And then all I've got is a piece of card that we're going to place at the bottom. Let's just stick this one down. Where's my normal tape pen? And then all I need is a sentiment, which is going to be our flopper stopper.
Flopper
I'm just gonna
stopper.
take my little pads off to stick that one down. Don't need to take all of those off. Turn that one down. And then just decide where you want to stick that. So I'm going to pop that about there and then put just, I've got a little ribbon as well, just to tie in those beautiful sort of fuchsia colours.
Yeah.
And that will just go on the bottom like so. And if I turn that round, just got a little bit hanging off there. There we go. There's our easel card.
It's so pretty. Honestly, the best £8 that you will spend today, the Taking Flight Creator Card Duo with the butterfly and then that beautiful dragonfly as well. Colleen says the Crafting Divas cannot wait for the Craftaganza weekend. We're ready for the classes and all of the fun with Sara and Leann. Trish says, I have my Craftaganza box and I'm ready to join in this weekend. Jane Adams says, that sounds lovely, Debbie. Debbie's birthday, of course, this Saturday. And Karen Cronin says, I love an afternoon tea. When I visit my daughter in London, we go to the Egrington Hotel and they do a doggy afternoon tea.
Oh, I love that.
My wee Bichon Belle loves it. Costs a fortune, but it is nice to treat yourself. I've never heard of that, doggy afternoon tea. I feel like a lot more establishments do that sort of thing for dogs now, don't they? Like a lot of pubs you go in now, you can get the dog beer, can't you?
Yes.
You get Prosecco. And I've told you about that beer that they used to have in my local, didn't I, when I lived back in Buckinghamshire? The dog beer, it was called Butt Sniffer.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah. So I'll have a pint of John Smith's, please, and a bottle of Butt Sniffer. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching today. I tell you what, it has been a day, and we've got a fantastic day lined up tomorrow with a Western Collection craft along with Debbie early doors, and then we're together for Wake Up Call, previewing Katie Sue. You've just shown me what's on the show.
I know, they're fabulous, aren't they? There's a little bit of everything. There's animals, there's flowers, there's birds. Katie Sue is amazing. They've been around 32 years now, which is incredible. And yeah, I've got some great things to show you tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that.
We've also got launch party tomorrow night as well if you've missed any of the recent launches. But make sure you're here tomorrow. If you love your pets, dogs, cats, the lot, you will want to be in tomorrow for the deals that we've got. It's going to be a sensational day. Massive thank you to Debbie, thank you to Keith, thank you to Becky, thank you to Rachel, thank you to Jan, thank you to Johnny, thank you to Sam, thank you to Jake, thank you to you. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye.